Welcome to my roundup for the final day of Warhammer Fest, and this is day 6. It started off quite sadly with a tribute for Richard Halliwell, who was a co-creator on the original Warhammer game, 1st edition, and he wrote rules for Space Hulk and many other games, so that was very sad. We then got news of in-person events, so Golden Demon 2022 will be back, and it'll be UK and America. The next Golden Demon show will be at Adepticon in Chicago, March 2022, so that's good news. GW events will be returning soon, and they'll be kicking off with an American roadshow. The big reveal after all this time is a new edition of Age of Sigmar, which is good or bad depending if you like AOS. I myself would have preferred a Primarch or something like that, but you can't have everything. It opened up really well, to be fair, with Indrasta, the Celestial Spear, who is a monster hunting Stormcast. Her power level is pretty high, it's on par with the Celestant Prime, so she's one of Sigmar's top people. This model is a cracker. I love the wings on it. She's got a spear in one hand and a sword in the other. The wings aren't the spiky light type ones that we're used to with Stormcast. They are full proper angel wings is the best way to describe it. And you could probably make a decent conversion of Sanguinius if you wanted to, so that's good. Her base is very swampy, and apparently that hints at some of the lore that's coming for her, so I think she'll just be in a big swamp hunting beasts somewhere. She's been reforged a lot of times, so her human memories are fading away very fast, and she's only focused on war and battle, so I think she will be an absolute machine. They did manage to misspell Stormcast on this slide, which was a bit weird, but they say they're going to fix it when it goes up in Warhammer Community. To accompany her, there are Vindictor Stormcast with new armour, Thunderstrike armour, and spears. The first one looked okay. I didn't think it was that great, but then they showed more, and they look really good. They look like they would rank up really well. The shields are really good, although I think the thigh armour sits at a strange angle, kind of sticks out too much. The armour looks a lot lighter, and they've got a chainmail skirt, is the best way to describe it. So they're a wee bit different from current Liberators and things like that. Their Thunderstrike armour gives them a new method of getting home, so they kind of explode, and it's a lot more efficient for getting back to Azure apparently. It's good for lore, not so much for the game. I think these guys are a thumbs up, although I gave up on painting Stormcast a long time ago because they are all a bit samey. Apologies if you're a Stormcast player. They teased us with a bit of artwork for an even heavier armoured Stormcast, and I thought this would be it, but they actually showed the model, and it turned out to be awesome. It was my favourite thing of this whole reveal. He's an Annihilator with a meteoric hammer. I was thinking during the Vindictor preview that we hadn't had a really heavily armoured Stormcast, and then lo and behold, here he is. He's got a shield, he's got a 2+ save, his hammer looks amazing, it looks a lot better than anything that's come before it. I was really happy with these guys. We only saw one of them, so I don't know what the rest of the unit will look like, but I can't wait actually. I don't think I'll get them, but I want to see what other people will do with them. My big hope for the Stormcast range is that the shoulder pads don't come in 2 parts, and you don't have to gap fill every single one of them. They went on to an interview with Phil Kelly and Jez Bickham, and of course this is the best edition of AOS that there's ever been. This is the ultimate edition. 5 or 6 years of work has gone into it, so just the usual stuff really. The realms are still overrun by chaos. Grungni, the god of creation, has helped Sigmar by making all these new types of Stormcast armour, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if there will be anything else in that regard as well. There was an interesting bit of lore where every day a bell rings, thousands of armies go out into the chaos wastes and try to push back the darkness a wee bit and make a few more pinpoints of light, and apparently if they reach their goal then they erect some sort of statue for Sigmar, and then potentially that will become a city of Sigmar in ages to come. So that was quite cool. I liked the imagery of that one. Rules wise, the double turn stays. You'll only know about that if you're an AOS player, but potentially you could go second in the first turn and then first in the second turn, so you'd get 2 turns in a row, and it's a tactical choice and they're leaving it in. There will of course be a new box set, but we didn't see any of that. We saw the new book and that was it. So presumably the new box set will be Stormcast plus one other thing. And that was it for the previews. There wasn't really anything here for me today, but they were cool previews, and I could see how if you're a Stormcast player you would get very excited. The new edition of AOS will obviously push the game forward and give a lot of people a lot more to talk about. It's good for some of the hobby. For 40k players, not so much. That's it for Warhammer Fest from me. I hope you've enjoyed my little roundups. If you have, maybe you could hit the like button, subscribe to me, put a comment below. I have really enjoyed chatting to a few of you, so hopefully you'll stick around for my future videos. They're not all previews. Some of them are painting videos, some of them are 3D printing videos, but all of them are hobby based. So I hope I see you again. Thanks very much.